for several years, but is no longer, said to me, when the Republicans took over the legislature, he said, get what you want to get done early, because whatever party's in control, there's a tendency to lose track of the fact that you have an opportunity to do good. And so get in there early. And the bill about recording the meetings, public meetings, that was from Flowers, a Democrat. So now don't get me wrong, we've had some, I worked closely with Kim Hammer on some good FOIA bills. They didn't pay us, but and he's a conservative Republican from the greater Little Rock area. In fact, he took the seat that was previously held by Jeremy Hutchinson. So we have Republicans and Democrats who are open government people, and we have Republicans and Democrats who are not. And I've told all of them that I will support them, regardless of party, to the extent that they're for openness in government. Because government doesn't operate well, at least, when it is closeted. And it is, as Joey aptly said, and unfortunately stole some of my thunder in the process, you know, I didn't drive 2.5 hours for you to get my speech for me, Joe.
I can't shut my mouth.
Well, you know, that's the curse of being a lawyer.
He's a lawyer too.
That this is our government. And when the politicians, and even worse, the bureaucrats, as I like to call them, the bureau hacks, because the politicians have to come up every so often and answer, and the bureaucrats often do not. And I paint with a broad brush, and there are good bureaucrats, they really are, but there are a lot who are not. And I've heard too often, because I've heard it more than once, and that's too often a bureaucrat say, well, you know, the problem with this FOIA request is that I've got to do my job. This is your job. How do we know? Because the legislature passed it. It tells you what your job is. And you get the same check that I get. It's from the state of Arkansas. And you've been told what your job is. And it's to comply with the FOIA. Under criminal penalty, no less, as our prosecutor will tell us. So it is the people's law. So let me just start by talking kind of generally about what is a FOIA request. Perhaps you all know this, so I won't spend too much time on it. But I think it's important to start with basics and build our way up. A FOIA request is any request you make for a public record. That's it. Oh, what's the form? There isn't a form. Well, what do I have to write? You don't have to write anything. How do I do it? However you want. Now, there are better ways to do it and worse. If you put it in writing, you've got proof. If you did it over the phone call, someone can say, I never got that phone call. But there's no required format. So if you go into a government entity, municipal or state, and they tell you, well, you got to do this, you tell them, no, I don't. Then they have to turn over the records immediately or within 3 days if the record is in use or in storage. Now, I know one guy who's trying to litigate that issue, and I don't know what came of it, to be honest with you, but give him the 3 days. You know, you're going to fight over the 3 days? Give him the 3 days. So, if you get nothing within 3 days, follow up. Now, be prepared, as Joey and I, in fact, were talking just before this meeting started, for the usual traps that are set. First thing is, they're going to say, well, your request is very confusing. We need some clarification.